Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me get a headset. I'm having some internet issues.
Okay.
Hi, is it better now?
Yeah, it's better than earlier one.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, today I'm having some serious internet issues. Let me increase. Okay, I'll share my screen and I don't know how many are there. Let me share my screen. Present entire screen. Screen two. Okay. Has it come through?
Yes,
Huh.
we are able to see the screen.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. Let me quickly go. Okay, is anybody here currently using DMAP, or is it that I have to go through from the scratch? Which one do you think is better?
Mm, little bit means 2-3 minutes you can give the intro of DMAP from scratch.
Okay, all right, cool. So what? Firstly, I think DMAP for me is basically analyzing momentum and performance. Okay, as investors, traders, swing, positional or even intraday trading, everything includes or involves momentum. Apart from the very long term, which is fine, right? So how I started assessing this in very specific is, first I will go through top down approach. Now, what is top down? Study the sector. Once we have the sector, then you go detailed into the sector and try and link out certain stocks that are showing strength, momentum, maybe even specific patterns that are very interesting for, for me. I think the biggest indication of momentum and strength in a chart is anchor column. Hands down, I use anchor column in point and figure as a measure of identifying strength in the stock, options, futures, whichever we see. Basically, anchor column is my base, right? So with that, if you've seen a couple of charts posted, I've identified, and I've posted, mostly they are anchor columns based, right? Now, quickly getting on to, we'll get on to the details, maybe in a bit when we see this. Okay, so there are a lot of elements to this. I'll just go through in summary, what Prashant has done two full videos of. This is the sky part, this is the water part, and this is the sun or moon. Right now, the further right this sun or moon is, it's bearish. The further left this is, it's bullish. Now, overall is the key thing that I consider, because I want a multi-time frame analysis. I don't want any individual specific related, right?
Hey,
Now,
sorry,
in
Vishwanath.
in summary,
Sorry,
yeah,
one question,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
On right side, it should be bullish, right? On the top right. Did I get it correct?
No, the individual sectors on the right side is high momentum, high performance. But I'm talking about the sun or the moon
Oh,
here,
okay. Okay,
this
sorry.
particular element. So when you go into random specific things, like tomorrow, if you want to do, see, IT sector is quite bullish on overall. But if I go to FMCG, it is kind of neutral, maybe slightly bullish. So when you do specific sector, your portfolio may be in specific or weighted, or how you want to play around with it, you can play around. Which is why this particular part I'm explaining a little more in detail, right? Because the instant, I think the word Raju has most made it famous is tuck tuck, right? Now, when you do tuck tuck on constituents, you'll immediately know which are the sectors that are hot. If you have that time and just go through each and every of these constituents that are available. If you can spend maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes, you should have a better view of it. Okay, sorry. Coming back to this, there's one very very key element that I look for, right? Everything is written down in black. Okay, one very important thing I see is there anywhere which is written in green, or in the water side, or in the sky side, sorry. In the sky side I want it on green, or anywhere in the chart green is good again, and I want this kind of color somewhere in the water side. Okay, now what this means is it is talking about breadth. I'll show you one example. Let me, I think FMCG, no, I think consumption is there. Yeah, can you see? Everything is in black, the headings, but Zomato is in green and Colpal is in green. ITC is almost red, right? Which means that here there is a possible chance of breadth in the overbought zone. So it needs to cool off. Breadth in the oversold zone, you will see in green, which gives you a heads up of the first thing. Everywhere we looked at the star, we looked at the top right, which shows momentum and all of it. But you can't buy if the momentum is already nearing, the breadth is nearing. How will you assess? It is very difficult to sit and assess. You need to use one chart and go for it. This is something that I use very, very closely. Okay. Now here, random example, Colpal and Zomato has come to my attention. We'll go into the each stock later, but we'll have a look at this. Now in this NSE sectors, I don't find anything in green, but I find a lot of them in PSU Bank, FinService, consumer durables. These are the ones that are little media. This can be breadth in either sides, so you need to go a little more detailed and check. But instead what I do, I go check this, right? Now this is all of these sectors, which is all the stocks in NSE come. Now what I know, crossing from water to sky is a very very important parameter. Why? Because it's going from bearish zone to bullish zone. Whether it's going to the left or straight, or it's going towards both momentum and performance are increasing, we'll worry about that later. One example here, you got it is already passed, but you can see data centers looking interesting. But here when I say water to sky, I will not see anything because it's already passed. Now the next thing that I look at, the most important element of momentum and performance, rising momentum and performance, both should be rising. Okay, see the tail, this is construction and media. Now if I go a little more inside it, can you see a lot of greens here in the water? Okay, let's just take a quick look at some of them. Okay, so I'll have to add why that green is coming is based on PMOX. It is in the oversold area, but this in particular case is red. If you want to take a trade, you take it with a very strict stop loss. If not, you will get, I think I clicked the wrong one. This is in water. It is now coming for a pullback, right? Let's see some of this. You'll see similar stuff that is going around here, but these are opportunities for you to figure out which way to go. Similarly, the part is you have so many here. Now how am I going to get momentum and performance here? Can you see? First condition, let me redo it again. These sectors I scanned. I looked for water to sky, there's nothing. I looked for both rising in momentum and performance. I got two sectors. I come here, again go back, sky to water. I don't have anything. Rising momentum and performance. I shortlisted these many. Now what happened? I came to sector. Sector I shortlisted. From sector I came to stocks. In that particular stocks, I came into very few of these that are available. Now, can I sit and check all of this? Of course, I should be able to sit and check all of this. If not, again, there are other patterns, and you can see how strong the momentum is. There's anchor column pretty much standing on all of these, right? Now, how can we sit and go around this? I'll give you another trick to this. Simple. We got media, we got construction. Come back here. Come to RS scanners, PNF price and RS. We got defined edge construction. You go to popular and you go to bullish anchor column follow through. You need running or fresh, you can keep it, and you need double top buy, running or fresh, you can leave it here. So you can play it both ways, but like I said, I need anchor column. I go through this. If you can see this from here, my stop loss is 3.23%, acceptable risk. Then I will get into the stock. It's given me a breakout. Already it's given a breakout. Now, if I want to go a little more detailed into what was that? Valent, right? Yeah. Okay. I go to 0.25. Now, all trend lines broken. It has given me a nice anchor column. You can plot from here as well. First count has been achieved, and you can probably plot this. Now I got 686, 669. Now this is just one time frame. Now again, flip side to it, this is giving you relative strength as well. But again, if in DMAP I have relative strength, so what I do sometimes when I need to go a little more deeper, I do multi time frame on the same thing. Let's just see if how that plays out. Simple, same condition across. Select define edge construction and NSE timeframes remain 54 stocks. What we did not get that time is this Arihant soup, because it's formed a anchor column follow through. See, this is a nice ABC pattern setting up. This is on my watch list. This should be on my watch list. Right now, the scan is completed. Sort it. See, we got one more element that which you should have done 4 times. You got it in one. Now this is a proper, watch list. So see, when it gives a breakout, you will get a very good risk reward. Even if you're a safe player, go above double top buy above the anchor column, which will be 467. 467, this anchor column is taken out, right? Which is sort of a confirmation. Otherwise, 460 is this double top buy, but 7 points is acceptable. So I think we can still go at 467. But in this case, you can see a nice consolidation has happened across from Jan 2024, right? If I just turn this off for the time being, if I take this area, see this, it has been a nice consolidation around this area from Jan, maybe even, yeah, December, Jan, right? It's tried breaking out once, it's come back in, and now it's given a big anchor column. Volumes have also come with this swing move, and here also there are some buying that has happened, which this is a particular very specific watch list for me, where within 5-7 minutes we got to know everything that is supposed to be here. Now the second one was define edge media. Let's see if something comes out of there. Okay, something's come. Mukta Arts, this anchor column is taken out, so it's no longer valid, right? But again, the famous Mr. Tejwani's setup looks like it's coming, right? Prakash, does this qualify for your VCP Le Chalang? No, this anchor column is taken out. Prakash? Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
yeah. See, first the first anchor column was broken,
Yeah.
low was broken, but after that, immediately the new anchor column was formed. Yeah, this we can consider.
Okay. Good. Then we have, we have interesting patterns here, right? If you want to look at it, you can also look at it like this. Maybe put some low poles, or your setup. Basically, I'm not asking you to change anything, but you can go back. You got a shortlisted sector or a stock here. Basically, in all of these stocks now, just a quick summary, and then I'll get into a couple of more elements. We came into D sectors, we scanned, we did not get anything in sky to water. So actually, wait, this water to sky, there is one, and there is an exit also here. If you are having any sugar stocks, you can exit them, because now this has gone bearish, right? So this, you can look at this as well. And maybe if you want to, not M or P, falling M and P, there are a lot of sectors that are falling in momentum. I'm just going to keep it simple: rising momentum, both sides, construction. But again, there are too many stocks here for me to see. In most cases, I want an anchor column around third or fourth column, not too far behind. So I go into multi-time frame analysis to check what are these anchor columns. You may have a different setup. I completely have a different setup, but this is something that I found very interesting. And this has given me, this is the one, if you guys have seen my Twitter, in most cases, this is the one that's coming. Let me show something that came in last week. It was defined as textile, both textile spinning and weaving. And you will see some of these things that are, if you don't want to do all of this, you can just do direct. You have NSE all stocks, put NSE all stocks and do it. Can you see Arvind at 3%? It is a nice ABC. It's actually a 4-column triangle also. And it's a nice anchor column and an ABC that's formed, and it's broken out. Right? If you have a look at it in detail, you will start seeing very, very interesting breakouts that are close. Canterbill also I've done at 2%. See, it's a nice anchor column, 45-degree trend line taken out, and now it's coming. If a safer player, then go above double top by above the anchor column. If not, while this is being broken, you can try it. I'll have to open one more element to show this. Canterbill. We'll come back to Canterbill. Jind World. Jind World, again, it is at what time frame? 3%. 3%. This is a nice consolidation again. It's coming. But again, this is the part. This anchor column low is not taken out, so this is still valid. So if you plot a 45-degree trend line, this would have come. Jindwald is still active again. What else is there? PGIL. I've taken PGIL. I've put it on this thing on Twitter, and it went 8%, I think, on Friday. On yesterday, sorry. I think yesterday or day before, it went 7-8%. And here's an anchor column, nice anchor column standing. And at the break of this, you would have got an entry if you had looked at it on a weekend. This is VIP clothing again, 0.25%. This is a nice anchor column falling. You know, everything that you are seeing, right? What it takes me back to is what Raju on his Market Calagre used to always say, that you need an anchor column and you need a follow through, right? Or a 45-degree trend line breakout, which gives you a very decent risk reward. Because here, if I'm entering here somewhere as well, my stop loss is double bottom sell, which is 45. Now the price is 50. Let's say 49.56, but the price is 50 for a 5 point. Let's come to Canterbill 1 second. Alt T, and this is 2%. See, this is a mini bottom. You can plot one here. You don't have to go looking for targets. You don't have to go looking for patterns. Double bottom sell will come somewhere here. One more brick below this uh, pretty long support line. So you have quite a bit of support here and nothing on top. This is an extremely interesting one. Then you have PGIL, same, it's a nice 45-degree breakout, and then it's broken out again with good volumes. Every time it has come with a good anchor column, it has come out well. Arvind at 3% as well. See, 45 degrees. Your targets are fine, but what risk are you taking? If I take double bottom sell here, 328. If I keep 330, it is 70 points. 406 to 628, which is almost 200 points. You're risking 70 for 200. I think that's an affordable risk. Otherwise pass it on. You'll get other stocks. This was the last Friday one. If you see Voltas, Stovecraft, I maintain this. Can you see my Excel sheet?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, so this is the study that I've done on Sunday for this week. So these are the ones that I got in Rising MNP, Voltas and Stovecraft. There's PGIL, Canterville Arvind, and SRHH Poly Limited, Fair Chemor, and Godrej Industries. So the Monday it gave me 12.45. Yesterday it slightly went off, but total net is currently running. Week one was 15.2. Week two I think was a bad bleeding week, which is 24, and it's still at the initial. Ignore this. This is some study that I'm doing for 2025, but this is in in simple. I think it can't get easier than this. I'll pause for any questions. No.
Do you run this on daily basis or on weekends?
As I'm experimenting, I do it at least 15-20 times a day. So I'm trying to now that I've got a pattern, I'm not really running it too much, but otherwise I used to do at least 15-20 times a day. Like I needed rules, handwritten rules to come. So now my handwritten rules are anchor column.
Vishwajit,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
sir, you are too fast on DMAP. Please,
Okay.
once
Okay.
more.
I guessed it.
We were,
Okay.
we were new. A lot of people are new. The way
Got
you
it.
play with the chart is like playing with a kid playing with a toy. You have been mastered that DMAP chart.
Okay. Sorry. I felt at once. Okay. Star circle, orange found, blue star. Okay. Can we use sky to water or falling MP to bearish? Absolutely. Okay. I think then I'll have to explain what this whole thing is, right? Let me get one white screen first. Give me 1 second. I need a white screen. Where is it recording? One second. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my blank screen? The
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Now this is broken into this part. Okay. And there is one sun or moon. Okay. Just remember, sun towards the right is bearish, BE. Sun towards the left is bullish. I've been wanting to ask Prashant how they have calculated, how they arrived at it. But if you are asking me the definition, I don't know. There is another one that I don't know. When there is a tail, sometimes there is a square, sometimes there is a circle, sometimes there is a downward triangle, sometimes there is an upward triangle. So these are the two questions I need to ask. I will check and I will get back, but forget about it. The logic doesn't really give me anything for now. The moon towards the right is bearish, the moon towards the left is bearish. This is my sky, this is my water. In water, you will see circles. One is red circle, one is orange circle. Okay. In sky, you will see stars, two stars. One is blue star, BLUE, and one is green star. Okay. And then you will see the moon, sun, whatever here. This is how the layout will be. Okay. Now, blue star is it is bullish. Anything above this area is considered as bullish. Anything below this area is considered bearish. Okay. Now, when a sector is moving like this or whatever into the bull area, this is when you catch a sector early. Like you would have heard of sector rotation, right? This is a sector rotation. When it goes from water to sky, it is gaining strength in terms of momentum and performance, right? If it's going upwards like this, it's gaining momentum, and then it has to move towards right to outperform. So there is a lot of studies in this that will come. Just give me 1 second. Let me redraw it. Okay, this is sky, water, two circles, red and green, red and orange, and two stars. Okay, blue and green. This is bullish. This is very bullish. Orange is bearish. Red is very bearish. Okay, simple. And the moon is somewhere here. Now we know moon, right, is bearish and bullish, right? Anything clear till here?
Yes.
Any questions from
Yes.
anybody? No. Okay. So the y-axis is momentum here. The x-axis is performance. So when you draw a system like this, okay. So what they're doing, this is momentum, this is performance. Let's say this is good and this is bad, or whatever. You can call this as bad and good. Now, good and good will come here, right? This is moon dark theme, sunlight theme. Yes, sir, absolutely. That's right. Now you need to. This is your green star. When both are good, it's pretty much your green star. Your momentum is good, your performance is good, you will get a green star. Momentum is good and performance is somewhere, getting towards this will be blue. If momentum is bad and this performance is also bad, you will get a red circle. That's how they have categorized it. If momentum is bad but performance is good, you will get an orange circle. So this is a simple 2x2 matrix where you would have seen, this sector rotation graphs and all of these. You would have seen one. I think I have one Python code on it. Sometime another time I'll show you. Okay, sector rotation graphs. You will see SRG. Similar to that, they have built this. Okay. I don't know why this is not coming. Simple. Now do we know what the green star, blue star stands, and what is orange and red? Okay, clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, so what approach I take is, it's called top-down approach. Okay, what is a top-down approach? You see what segments, then in that segment you come to sectors, or you can come directly to sectors to constituents, and then you come to stocks. This is the definition. You come by This. If it's a bottom up approach, then you go stocks first, then you see sector, and then you see the segment. This is a bottom up, but I prefer top down approach. I want to study the sector first. I don't go really into the segment, whether it's mid cap, small cap, whether it's outperforming, which is an important thing. But if sector is bullish and the stock is bullish, then I think pretty much the segment will be outperforming. So I've eliminated this element. I go only to these two steps. Now, this is how DMAP comes. Let's get to DMAP now. We have segments here, which I am not doing, but I will just scan it and I'll show it to you. Right? You'll see, Nifty 50 is lying somewhere here. It's an orange. So it is slightly in the negative zone. Okay. Once it turns red, it becomes fully bearish. It's slightly bearish now. Similarly, you can see mid cap. It has given a green star. Then you can see rest all micro caps. So basically, you also include breadth in deciding the trade. It depends on what kind of trade, because breadth is very important, yes, but this is what I am looking at is this pretty much covers the breadth aspect as well. How does it cover the breadth aspect? I did mention, I will come back to you on this. Just give me a few minutes here. Now you saw all of these, okay, but now again you have to go into these particular charts and have a look at it. Instead, I go to NSE sectors. Top down analysis, first rule is sector. I want to see bullish sectors, right? But these are very little. Definer just done my job easier. Now they have categorized a lot of stocks into a lot of sectors, which gives me more information. Now I got a lot. I can't see this, so I'll just zoom in a little. Okay, it's still confusing, but can you see the moon or the sun here? It is it is it is coming towards neutral, bearish to neutral. All sectors are here. So the first rule, the market is now slightly bearish to neutral, overall market. That is how I analyze the market. One. First rule, I know, okay, I don't need to really go very heavy on positive trades here. I wait for slowly I keep adding. It doesn't mean I don't add, right? So it keeps coming here and I'll keep following this every week to see if it's moving towards the left or it's going right. Then I know which basis the moon or the sun. I know what is the market's underlying strength. With this, it is bearish to neutral. I've concluded to this. Okay, fair enough. There will be some sectors, even in bearish market, that will be doing very well. For that, my first condition is sky to water. No, sorry, water to sky. It has to come from below to bullish. I don't see anything. Okay. If this is not available, a couple of weeks ago it was available. If this is not available, my next best is I want both. I want rising M and P. Okay. Now click on this. Okay. The first thing you see is where is the moon or the sun. It's very close to the left, which means the conditions that have been given, which was here, construction was ultra bullish. It's on the top right. It is on the top right of the chart, which means it has given me bullish, and the sun or the moon confirms it as well. Now it is more sideways to bullish. Okay, but there are a lot of stocks here. If you see, some are red here. I think this is some VPL Limited. This is some TARC, Life, then Sangvi Motors. So these are all here, but you can split it by green and red. You can play around. Once you understand the logic, you can play around blue and yellow. You want only greens, you can take only greens. You want only blue, you can take only blue star. Only yellow, then you get only these yellow ones. Then you go to red. Right? See this. TARC has fallen. What if there are many sectors in rising PNM? Yes, there will be. Now is the situation that it is not, right? This is the time where you need to check first water to sky. If there are more, there are more. There's no two ways about it. You need to spend more time, which also measures if there are more. Okay, very good question. What is the underlying sentiment then if there are more sectors in rising MNP? The market is bullish. You're on the right track. Any positive breakout will more is more likely to going to give you better returns, right? So because the market is weak, what we saw here, the overall market is weak, you are not getting many. And in a bearish market, you are getting only two sectors. In a bullish market, you will get more sectors. Piyush, yeah, it is in a way, yes, easy money, but getting the right stock and the right momentum is what we are doing here. If you get it right, yes, swing trading will give you very good returns, or even options trading or futures trading will give you fantastic returns. But we'll have to keep that in mind. So what happened in this particular case, I was going through this and these many charts. Now I know construction is, whatever constituents of construction is bullish, right? The sun or the moon is giving me the hint that is bullish as well. Okay. Now let me get to media as well. Let's see what media is saying. Media is exactly bang at neutral. Now, if you catch this, if you catch something in media that goes right, it will go up faster, right? So my my way of looking at it is multi-time frame scanner or RS scanner. But the only problem with RS scanner was I have to sit and do 0.25, 0.5, 1, 2, 3, everything manually and keep making notes. Instead, I went to multi-time frame scanners. So what I did, I have my own conditions which I don't, in this particular scenario it doesn't work too well, but in in a swing trading environment, anchor column is fantastic, and with a follow through is even better. Okay, guys, this is, you come to multi time frame, you come to popular, you come to bullish anchor column follow through. Yes, Sumit, absolutely. We try and capture the sector that's going to give me strength. Okay. With DMAP, we caught only two, which is how did I measure strength, momentum, and performance. It is R, rising M and P. There is another option, rising M or P, but I need both momentum and performance. In a weak market, I needed both. So in that way, I got define edge construction. Okay. Now define edge construction I got, define edge media I got. Now 0.5, 1, 2, 3. This is the multi-time frame scanner for define edge construction which we got, and I run it here. There are 54 stocks, right? There are plenty of stocks for us to go over that time, which manually you can check. There's no harm. I've sat and checked for a long time, which is why I think I've arrived at this. But 54 charts shouldn't take long. Now what I did, bullish anchor column follow through. Minimum score has to be 2 plus. No, 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 no. It very unlikely you will get this. You need to see where is the anchor column falling in this particular scenario. This has nothing to do with scoring. I want to see where my anchor column is and does it sit with me? Yeah. So Arshad, it's a good question. What I'm trying to say is this is my process, right? After a lot of R&D for my style of swing trading, or even uh, a little bit of positional, maybe 1 month, 1.5 month old, I wanted a anchor column. I wanted an anchor column. That is my method of looking at this. You might have a different system. I'm sure you have a different system. I'm sure you have your ways of doing it. But I'm just in this particular session, I'm just showing you how I go about this and why I'm going about this. And that's then just gives me easier access to say yes, okay, because entry level is on 0.15. So anchor column in any 4 time frame you will shortlist. Yes, anchor column in any 4 time frames I will shortlist. I will have a look at the risk reward. That is the most important. Can I afford the risk here? Let's say for example in this, let me, what am I looking at? Yes. So let's say it breaks above here. What, both sides as in? Amol, I didn't get that. In scanner, yes, everything will be. See, if you, there are a lot of people that I've spoken to. They are okay. Let me do. I will show you something in the end. I got your questions. Maybe there are a few. This is for swing trading that I'm doing. Right now, you got this. Now let's say what is the double top buy here? 467. Let's say 470. I buy it. My SL will be below this 438. Right? Like in call messages. Not able to read it. I'll Sumit, I just saw your message. I missed it. I'll read it. 1 minute. Okay. Now here I will take entry above this. Okay. Double top buy is 470, 467. I'll enter at 470. My lowest part of this is a double bottom sell here, 438. Here will be, it'll be 438 here. I'll keep it at 430 maybe. 430 and 470 is my entry. 430, 470, 40 points risk. For a 40-point risk, 646, right? And then you play around with this. Your risk amount is, let's say, whatever you want. This is where you play around, right? Your stop loss is 430. My stop loss is 430. My entry price is 470. Okay. I don't want to lose more than 10,000 on this trade. You should buy 250 quantity, or you don't want to lose more than 5,000 on this. Simple. You play around like this and you exit at 5,000. You can you can tweak your system and entry however you feel like basis this, right? I'm just showing you methods that I think are beneficial. See, lot of us sometimes, maybe on tight capital. Some of us may have decent capital to play with, right? So it's a different equation for us. Some of us can afford the 40-point loss, some of us can't afford a 40-point loss. So you go tighter at it, which is fair. So go however you want to go, but anchor column follow through, which is one of the most important elements. This also, this is a decent entry. What is my double bottom sell? 570. It is at 590 now. So 570, 590, 20 points. Well end. Guys, please stop me if I'm going too fast, because I think I am as slow as possible. Here, trend line is broken. Here, double top buy is confirmed. Now I will plot multiple vertical counts and I will put double bottom sell. 570, I'll keep, let's say 560, 10 point slippage I'll keep. Now it's at 590 and 670 for 80 points. 80 points is my first count. I am risking 570, 560. For 30 points, I'm risking for 80 points, which is my double bottom sell plus 10 for slippage, and 650, 660, 670, I'll exit. So which is a fair enough thing. But you want a smaller risk one. Absolutely, you can run PNF matrix. Okay, let me check messages. Okay. Moon dark. I saw this. Yes, include means capturing upcoming rising sector. What if there are many sectors in rising PNM? Yes, there will be bullish. The sector, the whole market is bullish. If feature of select custom group is also enabled, would help. Nevertheless, amazing work. More sectors rising MNP is equal to. Can you identify best of best when there are more sectors? Okay, this has happened to me once in my uh, initial testing times when I came back from DECMA. This has happened to me once. Means we capturing upcoming rising sector with affordable entry. Yes, absolutely, Sumit. I think that's the key thing. Minimum score. There's nothing as score here because I'm just checking where the anchor column is. And sir, why are you not taking 0.15%? Because entry level is on 0.15. Bhavesh, each one has their own different entry points. If you are taking an intraday, I would go with 1 minute 0.15. But if it's a small swing and positional, I would go with the 0.25 and 1%. That's just mine. If you're doing 0.15, please. I think if that's your style, there's no problem with that. Both sides we have to take anchor column follow through in scanner. Yes, all sides, all four will be the same scanner. Sir, you enter on follow through only or column reversal is also good entry since we already have filtered with MNP. This is actually, Sumit, this is a very interesting one. Now I have asked Definage to give me as to how they are able to so accurately give me this, right? Because, okay, fantastic question, Sumit. I'll show you this in this example itself. This is a direct anchor column follow through. Now if you look at this see this is an ABC. Okay, it's both are coming in one scanner. Now I have to try and decode, or they'll have to help me. How have they arrived at this scanner? What is the logic behind? Either ways you can enter. If your stop loss is going to be even smaller because your sector is very strong and you've looked at it, and your entry is also there, but you have to sit and check all 54 stocks in this construction case for you to identify it. With a scanner, maybe you should write a scanner anchor column at maybe uh, 2 or 4 or 6 or something like that, and then the next double top buy, when it happens, you'll need to be able to enter or something like that. You'll need to write that scanner, but I go with the popular scanner that they have put. I think once we shortlist, you can take entry based on your setups. Absolutely, this is the sentence that everybody should be doing, even including myself. This anchor column follow through is something that I'm very comfortable with. Not everybody is going to be, and shouldn't be also. If your setup is a double top buy above moving average when setup turns bullish, fair enough, please. That is what you should stick with. Yes, absolutely, whichever you're comfortable with. So that means one waits till the price reaches your entry. You put it on the system, you put a stop loss order. Like if I'm really, really keen on entering it, I will put a stop loss order at 470 and I will leave it. Once the entry triggers, I'll put a stop loss and I will leave it. So there are different types of entry, right? When you're buying, you have different, whatever you can do, slicing, you can do standard, try and explore more. What you want to do is not an automated, it is slicing. You can deploy at number of whatever quantity. You can do SL limit, SL market. So you can try and see the limit price, trigger price, play around with this when you are sure, and when you want to enter and you don't want to get you are away from the system and you don't want to miss it at 470, for example. In this case it will be 470. Yeah, 470. I will put an SL limit order, and I will leave it there so that it buys when it hits 470. Sir, we can also run on P&F matrix and ranking score. Absolutely, if that's what you're comfortable with. Nothing like it. Use DMAP to identify the strong sector so that you don't go. I'm not saying the DMAP is going to give you the best thing, but DMAP is going to give you probably the most uh, possible outcomes that can happen, and then you run your stuff, and then you put stop loss, and then you go with it. In Valent, one or more early anchor column also. This anchor column entry we got in the past in our list. If I would have scanned earlier, I would have got. Sumit, I maybe because the last week when I scanned, if you see my Excel sheet, the last week when I scanned, the last Sunday when I scanned, I got consumer durables, textile, and chemicals. Now, in 2 days of market action, it has changed from consumer durables to construction and media, right? So when you scan matters. So that's how we would have missed that anchor column follow through. Is the slippage factored in for both entry and exit? Absolutely. I always have slippage, and I always factor it in my entry and exit, so that I don't be surprised at the end saying that this has happened. How can we use DMAP for our existing portfolio since it does not have my market? Okay. What I would do in this scenario, I would have an Excel sheet, of course, like this. What are these? Which are the sectors more heavily weighted on? And then I will come to DMAP. Let's say, for example, mine is in IT. I will check. Okay, let me just do this. I have 10 stocks. Okay, let's say I have 10 stocks. In that, consumer durables are maybe 4, and then I have IT, and then I have some banks. Okay, majority, I think let's say this is what my this thing is. Where is my maximum money sitting? Let's say I've deployed 10,000 across for each of these 10 stocks. Okay, my total invested is 1 lakh here. Now in that, 40,000 is sitting here, which is 40%. So first I will go see what this sector is doing. I'll come here, Nifty IT sector is bullish. Okay, then I will see which are my stocks. Okay, let's say I have Infi, I have HCL Tech, I have Wipro, and I have LTTS. Okay, so Infi, HCL, Wipro is looking okay. I don't need to touch them. LTTS is not looking good. I will go to the chart. I will see what my entry is given all support breakdown. Now it's a big anchor column. You need to see what happens if your loss is beyond, then you can pretty much exit, because it's a day closing and it's closed below the support. The next support is 4,200, or somewhere here as well it might happen, but you need to check. Then again, similar activity. Next is, let's say, consumer durables or banks. In that, banks also is private banks. I will scan it. Private banks, the sector is now neutral to bearish. And let's say I have HDFC, and I have Federal Bank, and I have Axis Bank. HDFC is green star, no problem. CUB is blue star, still no problem. I can hold it. But Axis Bank is coming to the water area. This is something that I'll have to go back and check, which has now broken all support. If you see on a day chart here, it has broken all support and it has gone down, and a big anchor column, and it is not gaining any momentum back to come back. The simple, whatever filters you have to exit, you can use that as an as an exit. Forum, does that help? Okay, thank you. We get step-by-step process for preparing watch list. Absolutely, that is the most important thing right now. If I keep looking for different, somebody put on the group, somebody put on the chat, somebody put on Twitter, some of my friends are saying buy HDFC Bank. God, I don't want to buy HDFC Bank. It's my hard-earned money. I'm not going to buy because somebody else said something, right? So we needed to get a process. This is my process. Yes, absolutely. Whatever step by step you learn from somewhere, you try and include it, but then it has to adapt into your setup. Thank you very much. Wish Arianth has anchor column follow through is in 2%. That's why it has shortlisted. And Valent in 0.25. Yes, this is the exact part of uh, this is the exact part of multi-time frame. Now, sometimes in 2% your stop loss will be bigger. In 0.25% your stop loss will be smaller. Can you afford this 2% stop loss, or do you wait for some kind of intraday pull down to enter at a time where it can reduce your stop loss? So you can play around with it, or just let it go. Another stock, another sector. That's all. Either ways, you decide how you want to play. You've now got the element of which one to get. See, there are 2,500 plus stocks in NSE. You've come to three stocks in two sectors, right? Now, whether you want to take them, whether Vinita and Shah, please 1 minute. Whether you want to consider them or not is up to you. You don't have to take every trade. Let this week go. Next week you try, or the following day you try. Okay. Gopi, hello. Wish, please explain the meaning of green text, orange text, black text in DMAP. Okay, I will explain that with couple of example. Near anchor column, bear trap happened, then it gives very fast movement. Why not? Yes. If there is a bear trap, then it's even better. It's a multi-pattern breakout, right? Multi-pattern breakout is very good. Bears are trapped, anchor column is there, it's already showing bullish momentum. And if bears get trapped in a bullish environment, of course it's going to go. Should we exit if sector moves down to water? Now, this is a very, very interesting and an important question. Just because the sector moved down to water doesn't mean some, even in a bearish sector. Let's take some random example to see if something is very bearish. Which one did I see in the morning? Is energy or infra is very bearish, I think. Yes. See, energy is very bearish, right? It's almost the right corner. But if you're holding Power Grid or Tata Power, which is still okay. Why? Because they're in the right end of the chart. Their performance and momentum might be falling, but they're not at a very bad as Adani Green or even NTPC or Coal India. Somewhere here, they're still on high momentum and high performance. But if your risk is out, get out. See, in this case, I would say, give it another 10-15 point. If you can afford it, take the stop loss here. Otherwise nothing. I think AP keeps saying re-entry is just a brokerage away. Don't worry about it. Just get out, keep the money like that, and come back in if it gives you another entry. Don't break your head too much. What is Tata Power saying? Tata Power is also at support area. It's a good support area. There's a long column here. It's a good support area. Might reverse, but the sector is bearish. So you don't bet on reverse. You bet on, you look for exit options. Thank you, Forum. That means, well, DMAP on intraday. Any suggestion? Oh God, I have no DMAP on intraday, but I'll need to check. When anchor column in 1%, can we trade in 0.25% SLN target? Absolutely. You this is just helping you get the stock, right, which has momentum in a higher time frame. You want to bring it down to a lower time frame, go for it. It has to just be like some small things you have to look at. Is it above moving average? Is the double top buy above moving average? And is the setup bullish? Is the setup bullish, right? That is, if it's like that, and if you're getting an entry at 0.25, go for it. Your stop loss will be smaller. Show once media sector. I will show media sector. Do we have an option to scan considering the time frame like daily, weekly? No. This they have overall, short term, long term, and medium term. But I think everybody I've spoken to in Definex, they said just stick to overall. It has a multi-time frame analysis to it. So I didn't really go deep into breaking my head about it. What does the tail tell us? A green star in first quadrant and its tail is above it. It is okay. Ajay, it's a very interesting question. Just think about it. The star is below and the tail is coming downwards, right? Now, but it's still a green star. Now it was rising momentum and performance. Now it's losing its momentum and performance slowly. It can be a retracement. It can be a stock converting into, you know, like going from bullish, ultra bullish to neutral and then becoming bearish, or it might be a pullback to go back up again. So either ways, you need to go back and check your setup and figure out how to, whether to enter or not to enter in it. आपने तो एकदम से वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल दिए. Grand salute. Peace. Please give your XID. I will share it. I think Vinita, Bharat, you guys wanted to, you had raised your hand. Yeah, Vinita, go ahead. Okay, I don't know. Bharat, do you want to go? Okay. Somebody said media sector, and yes. So here also, right, the same thing. Now, do I have the patience to look at it? Absolutely. I can sit down and do this all day. But the point is, there are so many. I'm not going to be able to do 0.25, 1, 2, 3 different time frame analysis, which is why I went into this. So somebody was saying media. I will show you media now. The sectors, scan, and come to rising MNP. The tail is coming. It's confused. Basically, the tail. I'll answer the tail question as well. Somebody's question here. Your Balaji Telefilms is going downwards. The momentum was stagnant, but performance was getting better. But now performance is starting to dip as well. I mean, momentum is starting to dip, but performance is still going to the right. Your x-axis is performance, y-axis is momentum, right? See, Mukta Arts. It is a nice run, right? This is the chart we got. See, there's a nice base here. Once it breaks above maybe this, you can enter. But why break our head when we have PNF for it? It is our Mr. Wonderful's setup. I'll probably take this Mukta Arts tomorrow. Okay, but again, because I don't want to sit and manually do this, and I have the option of multi-time frame analysis. Somebody is doing 0.15, 0.25, 0.51 for short term. You can change and do this. Simple. Again, all times will be bullish anchor column follow through. And we did define edge media. Where is media? Here only Mukta Arts will come, because Mukta Arts was giving me a good run at 2%, right? Now let's come back to DMAP. Let's come to, where is media? See, Mukta Arts has got a straight arrow, and this is a little bit of tweak here, has given anchor column follow through at 2%. You can have a look at this. If it's not good, don't do it. Simple. Don't force an entry if you don't think. Okay, let me, I think Gopi, you had asked a question. I had done some work in the morning. I'll show you this. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is an example where we have emphasis in green. Can you see all of them are black? The stock script names are all in black, except emphasis, right? Let me show what that emphasis is. Let me close this for now. I don't want this. See, in a bullish environment, this has come to, PMOX has come to oversold green dot. Sumit, in this particular case, you can do a column reversal buy with a stop loss. This is more logical to do it, right? Your PMOX has given you an oversold area. At a column reversal here, you can keep double bottom sell, or you can keep whatever, however you want to place your stop loss, you can place it. But just one of the comments that I read, and this is one way to look at it. Now, let's take another example, maybe auto. Did I see anything? MRF, I'll show you. Apollo Tire and MRF, right? Let's look at MRF first. Can you see? It is in a bullish zone, but it is now PMOX is giving you a sell. Though there is an anchor column, but it is in a sell area. This is exactly what it indicates. When you're looking at these charts, the minute you see this color green, you see orange, you see red, you should know that PMOX is in oversold and it's at a buying area. This is also one advantage for you. You can make this as an advantage. See, it is in column of O's, it is oversold. You can play around with this. Let's see oil and gas. You should get some red ones. Nothing. This is also Aegis log. AEGISLOG. See, without looking at charts, you will know, okay, boss, this is heated up. This is now in overbought territory on PMOX. Like, be careful. And if your stop loss is acceptable, take it and move on. Right? This is the advantage of just looking at this chart. The first thing I will look at, okay, Nifty oil and gas, it is neutral, slightly bullish, very slightly bullish, or maybe picking up pace. I can keep track of, but I have my investment in this Aegis log. It's come from bullish to back. You can also consider it as, this thing. It's a drop and a pullback to resistance area, but don't go too deep into that kind of things. Let's see if we can get another example. Nothing here. See here, Colpa. This is there. I think that we checked. There's anything in metals. Nothing I can see in metals. Realty is a very strong sector for me now. Look at Loda. Okay. Loda is the only one in realty that is given, but overall realty is also good. But Loda is now almost there. Can we catch Loda early? That is the point, right? You want to be in a position at Loda at early and at an oversold. See, I don't even need to look at the charts anymore. When you start spending time with this, when you start playing each and every element to this, you will start getting, okay, see here, what anchor column follow through did not give me nothing, but here it's saying Z Limited is oversold. This is an interesting thing, Z Limited. Let's see what ZEAL is doing. See, it's given me a big anchor column which changed the entire momentum into a buy, and then now it's an oversold. Column reversal here might not be a bad entry. I don't The more and more, what I'm trying to say is, the more and more you use this, your eyes will start getting wide. Now you can be in ICICI Bank. ICICI is the only one. Punjab National Bank is there as green. Immediately you'll know. But the sector is not so bullish yet. So you'll need to be careful with your entries and be tight with your stop loss. Simple as that. Don't go too deep into it. Indian Bank. It is now moving from sky to water. This is a watch list. I think it's already moved. Yeah, it's a big drop. Because, yeah, it has already moved. Sorry, my bad. If it is above, it will show star. Because it's become an orange circle, it has now moved into water. This is an exit. This also, but it's oversold here. It's come crazy, Punjab National Bank, but it's fallen into water, but it's oversold in water. Now you'll need to see if you want to keep it or not. You can do anything, guys. You basically, you don't need to spend the hours and hours that were spending before. Water with green star. It's not in green star, no. Coal pal was consumption. Consumption. It's an orange circle, but it's in oversold area. That's what they're saying. Let's see what it is. Coal pal. See, it is it is in water area, but PMOX has now changed to green, and it is giving me a buy signal. Oversold signal, not a buy signal. Sorry, it's giving me an oversold signal. This is I think the most important use of this in consumption. If I see, I have Zomato and I have Titan. Take a look at it. You can take a look at 100 more examples. You're going to find everything like this. Oversold. You don't have to run different scanners, 100 scanners, and get more confused. Stocks in VCP pattern, will they show up just before blast off? I don't know, sir. I am not very sure. By we means we trade right side of the sun for fast momentum. Yes, it has to be the stock as further right as it is. It has better momentum and better performance. Yes. Okay, I've answered every question. I think Bharat, Vinita, I don't know if you guys are still there. Okay. The for Kolpal, how would you interpret with regard to entry or wait? Wait, it's an obvious wait. For Kolpal, it's an obvious wait. Okay, you posted your question. I think I missed it, or I don't know. Do you include breadth study in market? Okay. Breadth study, yes, I will, but it depends on what kind of entry am I getting, right? Because this is, if you ask me, this is breadth. This is telling me the overall market, whether this particular sector. Now, if I come here, just to answer Vinita's question, the overall market breadth or market strength. The strength of the market is what we define using breadth, right? It's slightly neutral to bearish. So the market is slightly on the lower side, which is why your long positions have to be a slightly carefully crafted approach. What is the difference between performance and momentum? Okay, that is a Mr. Prashant Shah answer, but he has explained it. It has different meanings to everything, but I think you can watch the two videos that are there, Rahul. I think that will explain. No problem. My query not related to DMAP, though I'm asking table, pivot tables, D pivot, PBR levels do not match with chart D pivot levels. Do you have any clue about this? Pivot tables and deep pivot PBR levels. I don't use. I think as far as the second I heard deep pivot is an intraday tool. I stopped looking at it, sir. Sorry, I have not even ventured into it. Position. Okay, Sumit, for DMAP we have to sharp our eyes for tail up or down with different colors, right? For DMAP you just have to keep looking at it. You don't have to do anything. Keep looking at it. You will start start playing around with it. The minute now you know if it's green text, PMOX is sending you oversold signals. The minute you get column reversal or buy, you can go for it if it's matching, or you can do different things. You can do whatever it is, right? Now how you enter and exit is left up to you. That is the part that I believe in. Position of sun tells us the breadth. Absolutely. It does not tell us the breadth. It tells us the market sentiment. What are the different sectors? There are 89 sectors in define edge or D sectors that they call it. There are 89 sectors. Where are these 89 sectors? What is the combined strength of these 89 sectors is what the sun or moon tells us. Sir, sky to water, metal means bearish view. Okay, I didn't see anything. I saw something else. Sky to water. Sugar. Sugar, yes. Sky to water means it has freshly turned bearish. Okay, that's all. That's everything from me. Anything, any questions? Anybody, anything else? Okay. So, Gaurav, I think let me do this. There's something else that I'm working on. Don't hold me accountable for this. When I was studying DMAP, I actually ended up doing this. I said, why not go at EQW, define its sectors, all sectors, sorry, and use the same condition and keep it. Now this is NSE and define its sectors. I want to see where the bullish anchor column follow throughs are and which are the sectors that are coming. For example, consumer durables in 2%. Okay, let me open consumer durables. Is it define edge or no? Consumer durables index. Consumer. No, I think it is the spelling. Consumer durables index. CONSR. DRBLs, yes. And they're saying this is at 2%. See, this is a nice 45-degree anchor column. It is a 3-column triangle. You can try and I'm trying to catch a sector early. If I'm wrong as well, is fine. This is where I get my 45-degree. If I just put this here, the minute it goes above this, I'll take it, Gaurav. This is something that I'm not trying to bottom fish. I'm trying to catch sectors that are catching momentum. Okay, I think by now the scan should be done. Yes. Okay. So don't look at this as scores. I don't care. Now this is where I got textile, spinning, weaving 2 and 3. So now it is available. Now let me just go to 2. It's a proper low pole. It's not 100% pole, low pole follow through, which is one of the strongest patterns. Then I go straight into another tab. I do this exact same copy, multi-time frame, PNF multi-time frame. I come to popular, and here I know I need to go to define edge, textile, spinning and weaving. Spinning and weaving. Yeah. Oh God. So it is one tool, one pattern, one method to. This is my top-down approach for sectors. I've identified few sectors in the 93, 95. Few sectors only have come up. The same sector drilling I will do using the same method. Tomorrow, if SEBI gives an algorithm or algo trading input that says okay, and define edge launches this, I have an algo trading system ready. Pioneer EMB at 2%. This is broken, but I'll have to wait for anchor column follow through on this. But I think this will give a nice 45-degree here. It will come either here or it will come to half of this. but which is anyways a good pattern. Where, you know, look at this. I just did a sector analysis and I did a particular stock in that sector within 5 minutes. Next thing, I don't really need to look at consumer durables. Simple. Everything is ready. I go to consumer durables index and I scan. Done. Dusted. Within half an hour, 45 minutes, my entire sector study, my 2,500 stock study, everything is over. I'm out of this. Kalyan Kejil at 2 and 3%. This is a 45-degree ABC breakout. It's a good breakout, no problem. That's it. There's only one stock. What is next? Take another. Chemicals, dye, and pigments. Done, over. Like this, I can be done in probably half an hour, 1 hour, and I will be, my chapters closed. Nothing. Chemicals, petrochemicals. Or you can include DMAP as well. So this is another experiment that I'm doing for now, but you know, this is it is. Sir, any PMOX scanner? Yes, there is a PMOX scanner for sure. You can look at it in smart. I think somewhere here I've seen it. PMOX. Matrix. No, it's not Matrix. It's in smart scanner only.
Multi-time frame.
PMOX multi-time frame scanner. Yes, it's here. Thank you. Thank you for today. Holiday very valuable. Absolutely, that's the point of this.
Rajit,
Yes, sir.
sir, out of the curriculum question,
Please.
can we, how can we scan out future stocks from this overall map, whatever you taught us now?
Only futures you want to do?
Yes, sir.
That is currently not possible. And I think somebody has already asked on the feedback group saying we need that futures coming onto this on DMAP. So I think they've said it will come. I
Okay,
think
sir.
it should come. But
Right.
specifically for future stocks, I think 225 odd that is there, it is not there for now.
Yes. Okay, sir. Okay.
What if multi-time frame give us 4 score? See, honestly, Sumit, logically and in terms of price action, it is very unlikely you will get 4. Very, very unlikely. If you get 4, probably it's bullish on all 4 time frames, and it's already run. For FNO, we can use Nifty 200 segment as proxy. Interesting. I hadn't thought about it like that. Let's go NSE sectors, but where I can't break into, Gaurav, it's a very interesting part, but I can see this here, but I can't really. Nifty 200. Where is Nifty 200? Here. It has come from water, but this is, I'll see only chart of Nifty 200 here. What I think he was mentioning is to go detailed into like how we just looked at now.
Sir, my question was how clearly and how particularly you caught some stocks, na? So if we can catch such stocks the way you taught us, if we can track, if we can pick up 2 or 3 future stocks perfectly, that would be much better.
Absolutely, I think that's the point. Somebody's already asked, and I think it will come soon. I think it will come. It has to come because a lot of us are traders, right, on futures and options.
Exactly, sir. You're right.
Yeah. Because I don't do any. Pretty much, I don't do any work on stocks. These are all experiments that I conduct to try and support a few people where I can. But otherwise, mine is fully into options.
Sir, please show us your option. This is set up now, sir.
So
Within 2 minutes, please, if you don't mind.
okay. 1 minute. Very useful. Thank you. Thank you. For futures, we can use multi-time frame scanners. Sumit, I think you caught it right. I'll show you something that I am working on. I think it's the same thing for me. Everything is now coming back to one setup. I come to options. I come to all options, and because it is actually this one, I don't do multi-time frame. I need it because in this I can't run on trade point. I'll need to run this on. So I come as fresh. I change this to options. I change this to all options. I change this to 1 minute and 3%. Okay. Now I need this. Okay. This is my BTST. Okay. And Jitendra sir, this
Yes, sir.
is for you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
This is at 3 o'clock you run it.
Hmm.
Okay. Prices, you don't have to go anywhere. Your price is 138. Your double bottom sell is 97. Let's say slippage, I'll put 90. So if I keep it at 137, 140, it is 50 points. I want to see what the 50 into 50, 2,500 rupees loss. Can I accept that loss from here or negative column reversal? Do I need it? So here, 50 points. Can I take that 50-point loss? Of course, I can take it because it's nice anchor column follow through. You will get a fantastic risk reward on this. Let's open the chart. 1 minute, 3%. And this was Dixon, 18,000 PE, right? Dixon, 18,000 PE, 1 minute, 3%. See, the minute it breaks out, it's at support. It's a nice pattern forming and it can give you good targets. Persistent. Now there are two ways to this. I'm not an option buyer. I'm mostly a credit spread option seller, right? This bullish anchor column follow through is for option buying. Persistent 6400 CE. I think it has formed, it is now forming a nice rounding bottom, and there is a 4 column triangle breakout here. Okay, so which is a good one. This is also a good watch list to have. Basically what I did in this whole thing, you can either tweak and play around with this in within minutes. By 3 o'clock, 3:35, you will have, see here, Axis Bank CE is giving you a buy. In the end, it's come. When you change this to running, you're getting all of these. So here you can see double bottom sell is at 350 and 550, 2 points risk. Axis Bank is 625, 1,300 rupees risk per lot. Dixon 18, we saw this. This is 2,500 risk. Dr. Reddy 1350 PE, 550 to 7, 1 rupee 50 paisa. That's another thousand rupees risk. Your risk is going to be quite small with this. Here, bullish anchor column Nifty is giving me PE. If you're an index trader, that means it's saying PE might take off. So Sumit, I think one day we spoke about it. The market was giving weak signals, and then few minutes later it fell, something like this. Persistent CE, RBL Bank CE, you can try and catch these. If you're an option buyer, do this. If you're like me, an option seller, then bearish anchor column follow through. I want to sell. This much is more than enough. You don't need to keep looking at everything possible. It's asking me to sell 29 Jan 50,300 PE because it's given me a triple bottom sell here. With looking at this, right? Out of the money, Bank Nifty PE Jan is coming for a sell, which means Bank Nifty is bearish, I mean bullish. And if you go to DMAP, you'll see HDFC and ICICI Bank in the top right, which is 50-60% of Bank Nifty, which is coordinating and talking as well. Of course, Fin Nifty is also there. And bearish anchor column CE. but this is not a confirmed one. I will enter if it goes below, if it breaks this channel. But you got the logic, right? This is very
Yes, yes, sir.
simple.
Yes, sir.
This is very simple. And we have
Sir.
to scan at 3. Sorry, Anmol. Yes, 1 minute. Sorry, Anmol.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I scan at 3, so that I get that 30 minutes to see if there are different options, and then we see. Okay, there's a lot of questions or pointers that have come. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು sir. Raf. On monthly on MTF, change the time frame to 0.15. Ajay, please play around with it. I scan ATM option above VWAP, dump in Excel, and filter out the percentage CP options above VWAP and decide to take CE or PE trades. Fantastic. That's another way to look at it. There's something I was studying, Gaurav. I was studying for CMT. I came across, CE/PE ratio. I think that also sounded very interesting. I'll share some material once I finish that topic. Any more speaker will discuss any more strategy or not? I don't know, sir. I don't know. That is, sir, 26th expiry. Axis Bank in water. Do we buy CE as given by scanner? Don't buy it. Yes, very, very good point. Don't buy it. You can sell it instead. You know your market, but Axis Bank is CE. Your Bank Nifty is giving you PE sell. What we just saw. So there's a contradiction to the whole thing. Leave that trade alone. Yes, Jitendra.
Sir, please start that scanner once more. Na? From where you picked up that scanner.
It's simple. It's straight here. It's in
R
popular.
zone. Then
R zone price scanner.
one second.
Yeah.
Price scanner. Then
Point and figure scanner.
P and F scanner.
Make it running or fresh, but go to popular.
Running or fresh.
Go to popular. Here, click on this and make it popular.
Yes. Done.
And then check bearish anchor column or bullish anchor column. If you're an option seller, bearish.
Okay.
If you're an option buyer, bullish.
Cool. Yes, sir.
And then change it to NFO and all options. Somebody was saying this is 26th, but what you can do is you can go to the last tab, stock options liquid next month, and run it separately, or you can run Nifty Bank Nifty options next month. So you have to run 2 scanners. You will get next month options as well.
Yes. Got it. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, Gaurav. That will be very good. List in my group. Then when can we scan multi-time frame for FNO stocks? Yes, we can. Okay, I think we've taken good 1 hour 45 minutes, and I see not a lot of people have left the meeting, which is a good sign. I hope we all got to learn something.
It is not something, sir. It is tons of knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone for connecting, and thank you, Vishwanath. It was very good presentation.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of the day.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.